Hello and good night, everyone. It's me again. Tonight I'm going to be demonstrating the new Instyler and showing you kind of the differences between the new and the old one. First, what I'm going to do is start off by showing you the Instylers here. Now, this is my old Instyler. Um, this is the one I always live by, I still live by, I love. This is the new one, which is the 3/4 inch barrel. So as you can see, if you look at both, the barrel is quite a bit different. This one's a 1 1/4 inch, I believe. Now, this one is definitely the newer one because you can see the new Instyler as opposed to this. I found one big difference between the old one and this new one is, as you can see, there's silver here at the, well, I don't really want to touch, but at the back by the bristles here in this spot, and this part, this one has gray. Now what that gray piece is, it's actually like a semi-detached piece which helps the Instyler, the rotating iron, to align along and make it a lot easier. Now the reason I think they did this is for this specific reason, because on my old Instyler, it's now the barrel actually is kind of like misaligned, so it kind of like goes in a like a weird circulation, not a straight circulation like this one would. Nicely. I don't even know if you can really see it kind of going offline a little bit, but it's not spinning perfectly, but it still works, so I'm very happy for that. Another difference between the two of these is that the heat that on the top temperature high, uh, the heat on the smaller barrel is a bit higher than the bigger barrel. The heat on the smaller barrel is actually 410 degrees Fahrenheit, I believe, as opposed to the highest heat on the bigger barrel is 385 degrees, I think. But they both work really well. I have been doing my hair, as you can see at the back. My hair is a little shorter because I have been cutting my hair as well. So you are going to see me cut my hair, Insta my hair as well, and hopefully once I finish, you'll be able to see the difference between the two types of curls and how it works. I say the Instyler, both of them straighten pretty much the same. They're both really good. One thing I can say is I can understand why the small one is, well, they say the small one is for shorter hair. So I do understand why, because me having long hair, I found I have to use smaller pieces, which is going to turn into longer time for me to do my hair. So I definitely, if you have long hair, I definitely recommend the bigger barrel and stick with what they say. Use the smaller one for the shorter barrel, or the shorter barrel, or the smaller barrel for shorter hair. um, this Instyler is still good though for long hair, I find, because if you want to make little curls like at the back, like what I like to do is just curl it at the back, at the bottom of each strand that I do, or each piece that I do, and make like a little flip. This one will make the flip a little bit tighter and a little bit more, give it a little bit more oomph, as opposed to this one kind of just makes it nice and soft. It makes it a soft curl. How they say is this is going to give you a tight curl and this one will give you a soft curl. But I like them both. So I think it's about time to give a demonstration here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a piece of my hair here. I'll probably do all of my hair if I can, if I have enough time. So what I'll be using, I haven't had any product in my hair. Um, I just washed it as normal. I am gonna use a little bit of hair grease this time. I didn't use it in the first video because I want to show you the whole thing, but I found if I use a very little bit of hair grease, it ends up making my hair a little bit more smoother and a little bit more sleek and give me that closest to pin straight look. As I said, you'll never ever get a real pin straight look with the Instyler, not even the small one. You're not going to get that pin straight look really. But it is gonna, it again, it makes your hair look healthy and look nice and gives it a little bit of volume naturally. So at the back, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to use the bigger barrel at the back of my hair, just to take us back a couple years ago, to show you how well this Instyler still works, because this is the exact same one after 2 years. So the only issue I've had after 2 years with my Instyler is the barrel is kind of off alignment, but it works just as good for me. I find it's still working good. So as you can see, same thing. Still works the same. Makes it nice and straight. As you can see with the grease, if you look at my previous video, like I can't really, well, it can blow, but not as good as the other one. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna give a little snip. Sorry, you guys have to watch me cut my hair, but I have not been to a hairdresser since I was 17. I am now 27 years old, and I don't go to a hairdresser because pretty much I don't trust any hairdresser, and I don't know what my reaction would be if they messed up my hair. So I would rather cut my hair and mess up my own hair and blame myself. So that's my reasoning for cutting my own hair. Okay, so you see this? It's just a loose curl. It's just a curl under. You see? So now let's check with the smaller barrel. Here, let's go. So you'll be able to see it does the same. One thing I can say is with the smaller barrel, it's a lot quieter. If you could hear that, because I heard a lot of people before had complained about the noise. So that's one thing I think that they took into consideration and worked on, um, to make it not as noisy for people. I found that it was okay. It didn't bother me none. Um, so you see, it still straightens the same way, whether you have the bigger barrel or the smaller barrel. It's the same type of straighten. Um, Let me just do a little snip, 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 snip here. And all you hairdressers out there, you might be saying I'm cutting my hair wrong, but it does good for me, works for me. I might be cutting it wrong, but as long as it's still growing and it looks healthy, I'm fine. So I'm going to show you now this. So I'll curl it up under, and we'll see how these curls turn out to be. So as you can see, it's a little tighter. Curl is a little tighter than what it almost wants to spiral, right? Because it's a tighter curl here. So that's my demonstration. So what I like to do now that I have both, what I like to do is I like to do some with small curls, some with big curls, and it kind of gives my hair a nice little style. What I'll do is when I'm finished my hair, I will take a photo to kind of show you guys the finished product as to what it looks like. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope it helped, as always, as I always do, because I love to broadcast about the Instyler. Um, and I hope everyone has a wonderful evening, and thanks for listening again.